Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Dark Souls Remastered. Now we're gonna go kill the bed of chaos. My words are all over the place today. Let's see. Oh yeah, so we gotta kill the centipede demon next, then we get that ring. Time save strats. Falling downstairs equals time save strats. I wonder if anyone will actually invade me in this particular area. I mean, it's not impossible, Isolator, but we don't need you right now. Get over there and then we'll buff up and stuff. Wait for him to start doing his ranged attacks and then we'll buff up. Because you know he's gonna do them. Oh wait, no, I want to use power within first. Whoops. That ain't optimal order. In fact, that's not even a workable order, let alone optimal. Yeah, I need you to actually do your proper attacks now, though. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Now I don't need to wait for you to come to me. I wanted to dodge mid-attack. Oh, you missed. No idea where I am, but it doesn't even matter. Ooh, one thing I need to do is grab the Great Club from the swamp in case I want to be really scummy in PvP. And there's Soul there.
Why? After all...
Maybe because the idea of becoming a literal sun in the real world is not actually humanly possible, Solar. I'm sorry. You are a crazy person. I get why people like you because you're really cheery right off the bat. And you give people white soapstone. But, you know, as a character, you're actually not really that interesting. There, I said it. I fucking said it. Solar's not interesting. He's a meme. He isn't a well-made character. Same with Artorias. Artorias is a guy who didn't do shit. You did it, and then he got all the credit. That is canonically the fucking lore. You failed. And you know, there's, as far as I'm aware, I checked this and I didn't see anything. And my friend also checked this, he didn't see anything either. Do you know the whole thing where Artorias is left-handed? After checking, didn't see any lore in the game that says that. That's something the players made up based on like his arm being broken. I think the reason why was because like he gave his shield to Sif, or like he said it injured his arm protecting Sif or whatever. And they found the shield with Sif and it was damaged. They're like, oh well, that means that his shield arm was broken, and it was his his left hand that's broken, so he's right-handed. But I mean, you know, he could have given Sif the shield, hence why Sif had the shield to protect him, and then while protecting him, he could have then broken his arm. I'm just saying. I mean, if you have your fucking sword in an arm, and maybe you're fighting off one dude and there's an attack coming from somewhere else, and you have armor over your arm, you can be like, okay, I'll fucking hold out my arm and get hit in the arm where the armor is instead of getting fucking, you know what I'm saying? It just, there's nothing concrete to back it up. Like in later games, they made it so they made it canonical, but that could have just been because fans said it was, and they're like, fuck it, let's just go with the fans. But everyone was like, he's left-handed. No. I don't think that was a thing until public opinion made it a thing. If there is somewhere in the game that specifically says he was left-handed, then let me know. Because I was looking, I couldn't find anything. I would love to know if it's true. But I didn't see shit. Also, I'm surprised it was like something people made a big deal out of, a dude being left-handed. Remember that? I mean, I guess technically I just made a big deal out of it, but whatever. I made a big deal out of it because everyone said it, and I don't think it was necessarily true at the time. Oh no, okay. Oh, yo, you don't have much health. I'll just poke you to death. Shit. Ha! Gotcha! I gotcha! Yeah. Do I really care to get the other stuff right now? Not really. Oh wait, I should go like that. Get that free humanity. Let's see. I should put on like a ring of sacrifice because it's this fight. Actually, I don't want to put on a rare ring of sacrifice. I want that for Sif. Or Seath, not Sif. Yeah, Seath. Alright, we'll do the cheese method. I don't think I've actually done this on a recorded playthrough yet. I probably did and just forgot. Scratch my butt real quick. Oh, it won't let you change if it's like, okay, well, that's good to know. Okay, so if I forgot to show it last time, here is the cheese method this time. The reason why it's considered cheese, and I mean like, is doing what you can to win in this fight really considered a cheese when it's like, not even like a subjective, it's literally broken, as the devs have said, it's not even finished. Is it really cheating? What you doing? You're seeing you. Go in there and you smack that. And then you quit the game. And you hit continue and you do that. Because then it puts you back outside the fog wall, but because this boss fight functions with checkpoints, you still have credit for destroying that thing. So you don't have to run halfway back. You still gotta like drop down here and then run part way to the left, but you don't have to run back. And that's important because you're avoiding more holes, which the thing that's really broken about this fight is how the hands can push you, like no matter what, there's nothing you can avoid it in some circumstances. So that sucks. Where was it you stand specifically? I think it's around here. We'll see if I get hit. It was really close, Jesus. Okay. And then you just start shooting arrows until you hit it. Sometimes you gotta destroy some of those things, sticks along the way. Sometimes it's hard to actually hit the damn thing, but we'll hit it. I need to aim more that way. Ah, see, that's the thing that makes this spot a little tricky. You have to aim a little high. There we go. That's hitting the worm left, or on the right, I mean. Left. Aim a little more left. There might be a little too much left, though. Hang on. Okay, that's gonna hit it, I think. Down there. Is it missing? Yeah, it's slightly missing. Hold on. Little fine adjustments. There's probably a better spot to stand. This is just, I don't remember the exact spot that usually is. I hit it there. I'm breaking branches, so I'm doing something. It's the safe way to do it. Oh shit. Okay, I'm gonna have to move, I think. I think it's like this corner that you want to go to. This looks familiar. Yeah, it's somewhere around this corner that you stand in. I might get hit here. I'll have to adjust. There we go. Quick game again. So there's that checkpoint. Let's switch back to a talisman. That way I can wog my way through the branches. And now there's still the potentially bullshit tricky part, and that is making the jump. Okay, so we need for him to do the thing where he sweeps and then smacks the ground. Not that one, not the double sweep. There's one where there's one where he smacks the ground after sweeping, and that's your chance to go unharmed, I believe. Not that one. Oh god, that hurt real bad. I think you have to get closer to bait it out. Oh god. It also doesn't help that have his fucking attacks come from off screen. Here's our chance. You know, I mean, like, you can turn your camera up and see it, but it's kind of a pain in the ass when you also need to pay attention to, like, your jumping shit. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I'm taking as many souls from you as I can, you fucker. Okay. That guy's done with. I should also make sure I go and talk to, what's-her-face. I don't know if there's a boss limit on that. I mean, honestly, I don't care too much about getting the Firestorm. It's just kind of like, I can get it, so why not? But, go ahead and... a longsword here. Now we're gonna fight that, pesky Hydra. Oh, actually, I suppose the S-Stock would technically be better against the trees, because, from my experience earlier, one single sprinting R1 will take him out because it hits twice. Which is handy. Yeah, if you're doing a lot of sprinting attacks in this game, definitely get like a rapier or something. Because they are good for that. That said, I wouldn't recommend using sprinting attacks haphazardly against a player with a rapier, because 2 hitboxes, or 2 times that they hit means 2 times that you can get parried. So, you know, if they throw out a parry, not necessarily knowing what your delay is, they're more likely to just get it by chance. Rest of this bonfire. Have I killed the Black Knight Halberd that was over here? Oh, I have. Cool. At some point, I'm gonna have to do a playthrough where I make sure I get all the spells and stuff. Just for the achievements. I'll eventually just get all the weapons naturally, just from having enemies drop them and picking them up. And then I'll probably go and get the ones that you have to, like, buy or find or something like that later on. I'll probably get, like, a list. If I even bother to ever do that, I'm not, like... I wouldn't consider myself an achievement hunter. I usually end up thinking, yeah, I'll get all the achievements, and then halfway through I'm like, yeah, I don't really care, because it's not fun. Which, I mean, it's an alright mentality to have. You're meant to play games to have fun, so... I think when people hunt achievements, it's because it's kind of like you want to show your appreciation to a game by, like, having that, like, platinum trophy or whatever. Damn, you got fuck, son. You got to cover and then heal. Oh, hi. I'll take cover behind you. Oh, man, I can't believe that still hit me. Oh, God. Here. 2-man cover. Here we go. Oh, okay. Of course, the one time it doesn't actually make it. Timmy is, have these damn attacks to kill them with. So I don't want to be swinging at them and then suddenly get hit in the back, you know? I believe I already have my, yeah, rusted ring on. Oh, Jesus. Whew. Oh, that's not good. Hit me in the back. Son of a bitch. We're gonna spend this round buffing. And then the next round doing the other buffing. And healing really quick if we can. Okay. Cool, 1 hit per swing, it seems. I should have brought lightning spears for this. If I can, actually, if it takes 2 swings with one-handed, I'd rather do that, just because then you'd be getting a bit more overkill on the heads, I think. And getting overkill is good, because that means that in the end you'll probably have to end up cutting off less heads. And some of them are a pain in the ass to get to, so... Yes, okay, cool. Oh yeah, that's a lot more damage from each head. You want to, anything that's like a part-breaking enemy, you want to get as much overkill as you can with each part. It's kind of like the 4 Kings, how you can kill it with 3 instead of 4, because you do so much damage to them while they're disappearing. Also, I need to make sure I don't forget to do. You do so much damage to them while they're disappearing, that's, you know, it kind of just helps out. Oh, I only hit that one once. Does sprinting attack hit for more damage? I think that's the case. I'll just buff up while you're busy doing that. Extremely concerned with where the hell I might as well just two-hand at this point. I don't think I'm gonna do enough kill damage to save that last head. I don't think I'll be able to get this son of a bitch. I'm gonna have to get arrows. That's such a pitiful amount of damage. Okay, it's closer now, but I should really have an upgraded bow to use. Yeah, you got me. Why am I, like, changing my spot? I know where his head's going to be. He's almost dead. Come on. Damn. Alright. One thing I'm pretty sure I have to be careful with when fighting the crystal golem that's going to be over here is, I believe you run the risk of hurting the girl after you save her if you use like a lightning throwing spell or something. Which, I mean, I don't have that equipped, so I don't have to worry about it. But I believe lightning shockwaves through the water in this game. Right, so just reload again. Again, the amount of times you need to reload in this game to progress stuff is really annoying. I thought I froze there, because I saw the start menu in the background, but also the loading screen. The amount of times you need to reload to progress something is just really dumb. Because I don't like it when games expect you to go back and find something somewhere based off of literally nothing. You just kind of have to know. It's just really bad game design in my opinion. This game was unique, but it was never good. I mean, like, I still find it fun. Don't let me saying that a game isn't good mean that it's not worth playing, or that I don't find it fun. Dragon's Dogma, oh fuck, I can't move. Oh my god, I can't fucking move. I'm just getting fucked against the wall. Okay, okay. Jesus. Now you whiffed. Ow, I thought that would kill him, so I went all in. There's a difference between a game that isn't good and a game that isn't worth playing, or a game that isn't fun. I know that like people automatically kind of I know a lot of people consider that to be like the same thing. Like if it's not fun, then it's not good, and if it's not good, then it's not fun, etc., etc. I consider them to be different things because what is fun is generally subjective. I mean, what is good is also subjective, but you can quantify a lot of aspects of a game on it being good or not. Like what is necessary, what isn't necessary, what is unique about it. Like what's it, like Dark Souls has the unique aspect of having invasions. Other games have tried to kind of copy it since then. I know Demon Souls had it, but I count them as like, when I refer to one having something good, I just refer to them both because it's the same developer. So, you know, when I credit like Dark Souls or something, even though Demon Souls did it, doesn't matter. It's like the same dude that was in charge of both of them, so it's still his idea all the same. But you know, Dark Souls is unique with the invasion system. No games really emulated it the same. Like they've had games like Watch Dogs trying to have like their own sort of invasion system. They're just not as well made though. Like Watch Dogs has an invasion system, but it's not designed to work in tandem with the world. Like if somebody does invade, everything you do pretty much has to be put on hold as far as I'm aware. Might as well kindle this while I'm here, why not? Whereas with Dark Souls, you know, you can potentially ignore them completely and just progress past them. Or, you know, you can use the world itself to take them out as well. There's a lot more to Dark Souls. It was like, it was designed to kind of work naturally with it. Whereas with other games, it just kind of feels like a game mode, you know? A game mode that you just don't have to like leave your game to switch to, you know what I mean? And it's unique in that sense, and that's a fun aspect of it. It isn't a good aspect of it because it's not well balanced, but it's fun. You know, another game, a game that I don't consider to be a good game, but I consider to be a very fun game that's worth playing is Dragon's Dogma. That game has a lot of issues, but the core of it's really fun, so it's still worth playing. Analog is where I want to go. Like, one issue I have with it is the pawn system in general. As there's not really anything unique about people's pawns. The game obviously, kind of, the way the game is designed generally kind of encourages you to go down certain routes with your pawns and fulfill certain roles, so you end up having a large list of pawns that are generally the same. There's not much room for, like, creativity. And the entire idea of like the rating system and stuff like that with pawns doesn't make any sense, because for example, you can rate somebody's pawn based on their combat ability, their helpfulness, and their appearance, which is the appearance is the stupidest one because that's purely subjective. It'd be cool. I mean, like comments about appearance can be neat. Like, I like the way your character looks, or your character looks too unrealistic for my taste, and stuff like that. That's interesting. Just having a star rating system is just kind of boring and dumb, though. It doesn't really do anything. Let's use something that's gonna actually like stagger him. Where's my? There it is. Can I still fast roll with this? No. But I bet if I switch to this shield, I can. Hell yeah. But the things like battle use, battle ability, and like helpfulness and stuff like that, that's also really dumb. And the reason why is because everything about that pawn is shown to whoever is summoning it right off the bat. Like, you can see what their defense ratings and attack ratings are. You can see what their behaviors will be, like in terms of AI. You can see what enemy knowledge they know, so you know which enemies they'll be good at fighting, etc., etc. But the person who summoned the pawn, who had all that information, gets to rate whether they were good or not. When if they weren't, it was likely because they didn't see what information that pawn had and didn't select a pawn based on what was useful for them. They just was kind of like, okay, these skills look good and this is high damage, and just went with it. Which would make it the fault of the person who summoned the pawn, not the person who created the pawn. They would have just had it created for a different purpose. Which wouldn't be a big deal. It's like, okay, maybe they're not happy with the pawn and they send it back or whatever. But then they rate your pawn with like a low star rating. And here's the thing. Other ignorant players who don't fully understand the implications of the star rating, and like, and that it's more usually the fault of the person who summoned them than the other way around, are going to see that low rating and then be like, well, this pawn wasn't trained very well, I'll get a different one, without really understanding the system. And so as a result, because one dude was kind of an idiot who didn't pick a pawn that was good for them, they then have now caused a situation where other people are not going to be picking this pawn who don't know the system. And the issue with the game there is just that it doesn't explain the system, or what is good and what is bad in the system, and what players should really be looking out for. So they either need to simplify the system or add a more intuitive tutorial that explains the system better, and these character behaviors and such. Let's just hold my bone down. I want to go unlock the DLC area. And so as a result, and there's other issues as well. That's just one of the ones that stand out to me, is that it's very unintuitive with how it explains the pawn systems. It's a great idea, it just needs to be explained better. And that and a lot of other little issues is the reason why I don't really consider Dragon's Dogma going to be a good game. But fuck, I love playing it. It's a real fun game. Like, I would recommend that game that is not good. That's... I'm weird in that I have very different ideas of what is a game that's worth playing and what is a game that is good. There's some games I'll find to be really good, but I wouldn't recommend playing. It's just, I feel you can like shitty things and recommend shitty things. Because it's like, you know what your friends like. Like, if you like a really great, like, core combat system with kind of like a cheesy but fun story, and you like character customization because you get to choose yourself and your pawn, and you get to, like, manage how your pawn levels up and, like, their behaviors. And if you actually understand the pawn system, you can rent other pawns based on their behavior, so you're, like, managing a party. That's all fun. And if you like that stuff, that's a game worth getting. I mean, honestly, it's one of my favorite games, even though I don't think it's good. And I can easily recommend that to anybody. There was one really great idea in the game, which I feel like it doesn't get enough credit. I feel like it's a very underappreciated system. And that is, in the game, you have the ability to forge things, like make forgeries of them. At this one guy who just, like, makes forgeries of stuff. And, oh, I already have, I never took that ring off. There's this guy who can make forgeries of stuff, and you can actually bring stuff that would have, like, quest relevance to him, like, main story quest relevance to him, have him make a forgery, give the person who you're supposed to give that quest item to the fake, and it can actually have an effect. Like, it's not like, well, it works exactly the same, you just have your own copy now. Because, like, there's this part in the game where you literally have to, like, get the king's ring back from this one dude, because it has, like, magical power in it and stuff like that. And it actually does. It doesn't tell you exactly what the power is, but if you look it up online, it makes it so you cast spells very slightly faster. And when I found that, I was like, fuck yeah, I want to get that ring. Fuck the king. That's my ring now. So I bring it to the forger, have him make a fake. I give the king the fake ring. And there's this treasure chest he tries to open to give you a reward later, which he, like, points the ring at to open it. And when he does it this time, it doesn't open. He's like, strange. Seems the ring's power has faded over time. And it's fucking great, and you get a fucking dope ring out of it. It's such a fucking cool-ass thing that gets so under... And you can do it with so many other things. Like, if somebody's like, I'd like you to get me this book that contains a powerful spell, you can make a forgery of it. And just keep the book for yourself. It's fucking awesome. Highly underrated little system that they put in there, which I wish was, like, thought through more for, like, other games and stuff like that, because the idea of being able to give people fake quest items is, like, the best thing ever. Oh, I should have got the S stock, because then I can poke this guy from behind a shield. Oh god, this is very close for him to be doing that move. Okay. Oh, come on, you just gonna play keep away while I have my buffs on? Okay. Shit. Oh, I almost got... Oh, I did get poisoned. The bar built up kind of slow-ish, so I was just kind of wondering what was going on with that. Ow. Owie. Rude. I want to heal, but I'm also a little busy right now, game. Okay. Probably gonna finish him off there if I didn't heal, but oh well. But yeah. Dragon's Dogma. Game I highly recommend. Shitty game. Okay, saying shitty is a little harsh. Not a good game. But a very fun game. I think I quantify a game being good or bad based on how many flaws you can kind of look at the game and be like, that could have definitely been a lot better and stuff like that. And I'm very surprised I didn't think about it. Dark Souls, there's a lot of shit I can say about it like that. There's so many things that could have been done way better at this game. And I'm not even talking subjective things. I'm talking about, like, this would actually give the player, like, more options in this, and this would make this, like, more user-friendly, etc., etc. And there's so many things you can do that with like, Dark Souls. Which is why, again, I know I've said this, I'm pretty sure I've said this a billion times before, I don't consider this a good game, but I consider it a fun game.
Well, goodbye, thank you.
Really talking a little bit more. So I'm gonna make this episode a little longer and go kill Artorias as well. Because I like the idea of talking about what games are like good and what games are fun and like why. But seriously, if you ever see Dragon's Dogma on Steam like on sale, fucking buy that. It's like really fun. If you like action RPGs with great combat, totally worth. There's other systems in the game which I feel are kind of meh. Like I mentioned the pawn system before, great idea, not executed well. Then, you know, you'll fucking love it. And if you like cheesy stories. If you want a serious story, probably not going to find it there. I mean, there is like a serious story behind all like the cheese, but you know, by the time you get there, you're fucking covered in cheese whiz. So it's like, can you really take it seriously at that point? I should also use dried finger. I might actually do a playthrough of Dragon. There's actually a couple games I'm thinking about starting a playthrough because I mostly like melee-oriented action RPG games, or more like medieval, or you know, themed in an era that doesn't have like guns yet, or they're not like super prevalent, like there's still muskets and stuff like that. I like RPGs that take place in that sort of time era or that sort of setting. Preferably like action RPGs. So I'm thinking about doing a playthrough of Dragon's Dogma on the channel, and I'm also thinking about doing a playthrough of Neo. Because Neo 2 was announced at E3, so I'm sure Neo's back on a lot of people's mind. And now that I had a PS4 controller working on my PC for quite a while, but now that I like really have it working, I mean, now because last time I played Neo, I was using an Xbox controller. I hate Xbox controllers. But I'd love to play it again now I have a PS4 controller. It'd be sweet. And just like Dark Souls, Neo is one of those games that can be really easy or really hard at the start if you know what you're doing. So it could be helpful for me to play through that. It might be helpful for some people to see kind of my sort of easier method of getting through the first bits. Because Neo is another game that I consider that one to be a good and fun game. I do still have some gripes with, like, they don't explain a couple systems, which I felt were kind of integral in the end, but, you know, it's one of those things where you're bound to find them out by accident eventually. And if you don't, you still don't really need them. They're just like a means of doing more damage if you decide to use magic a lot. But either way. Yeah, tell me how you feel about that. Neo and Dragon's Dogma on the channel. Fun games. No, but definitely, I mean, definitely actually tell me how you feel about those in the comments, because I might play one before the other depending on what people want to see more of. I'm sure I might have boosted people's intrigue of Dragon's Dogma by talking about it this episode. How it, like, I don't think it's a good game, but it's a fucking amazingly fun game. Ow. I mean, hell, I want to see a Dragon's Dogma 2 so bad, just because anytime I feel like a game was fun but had flaws, I want to see a sequel for it so bad, because then I feel like it's an opportunity to see it with those flaws fixed. Oh god, I hope I can actually stun him out of that in time. Okay, I can. Why I still have the Hornet Ring on? It's like no fucking point. Oh, that was not good. That was not smart. You know how people complain about guys with swords being bosses in Souls games, but apparently Artorias is immune to that? Oh, come on, I dodged that. I might die. I gotta heal now or I'm gonna die. Okay. I'll get smacked by that one, but it was worth it. Oh shit, I thought I was gonna have a bit longer to heal. Oh god. He just keeps you pinned the whole time, it's funny. Okay, come on, do an attack and I'll heal. I don't have any of my buffs on anymore. Oh, I thought that was gonna swing past me. Oh, Jesus. At least I don't have to worry about the time limit on power within killing me. Come on, I specifically tried to get out of the way. I might die. Oh no, he didn't do the third one. Lucky me. You know what? I'll let you buff up. Because I'll buff up too. Oh god, don't roll towards him with that. It fucking hurt you anyway. Come on, hit him, Jesus. Oh, does he also get more defense? Oh, that's not good. Yeah, this is hard to get hits in on him, because he's so aggressive. I hope he doesn't have more poise because of that buff as well, otherwise he's gonna hit me. Okay, no. One more time. And we're golden. Oh, I tried to put my shield back. Oh, I didn't have any stamina, that's why I didn't do the switch. Ooh, that was close. Certainly give him a shit ton of health. That's why he's hard. It's not because he's hard, it's because he has a shit ton of health. I mean, compare the amount of how many times I gotta hit him to, like, fucking Gravelord Nito's. I mean, in reality, he only has, like, 4 moves. He has, like, the dash, a sweep, a front flip, and, like, a get this goop off my hands, please, good sir, attack. Go back to Firelink Shrine. I don't want to end the episode here, because I might get invaded while doing the outro. But yeah, that'll be it for this episode, guys. If you want to, if you like the video, be sure to like the video. If you want to see more of this, be sure to subscribe. And let me know in the comments if you want to see Dragon's Dogma or Neo played on the channel. I'm definitely gonna be playing one of them, but if you have a preference of which one you'd like to see first, definitely let me know. I'll probably have it playing side by side with Dark Souls. You know, like, I usually release 2 episodes a day. I didn't yesterday. I didn't release any episodes yesterday because you know, Father's Day, and the day before that I wanted to get to sleep a bit earlier. But, you know, late at night, or I guess it's technically the day after Father's Day because it's past midnight, and I had some time, so I made sure to get these 2 episodes made for the next day and such. And I got a couple days off, so I'll probably get a backlog going. So definitely let me know which of those you want to see. Because if I know which one people want to see before then, I'll start making a big old backlog of that. Not too big of a backlog. I don't want to be like 3 weeks ahead of my videos. That'd be bad. People would comment and I wouldn't remember what the hell they're commenting about. But yeah. Anyway, you guys have a good one. I'll see you in the next video.